Hello, friends. Tanya here with the day 2 of the 12 days of Stitchmas for 2025. Let's look at door number 2 and who else is loving the graphics on this advent calendar. It is so cute. We're going to open up this door, which happens to be a door. And look at that, merry and bright. I love this. This looks so cute. This font is really bold and fun, and that ampersand with the stitching all along, that is going to make a really cute element. Let's put this together. I die cut this out of some pearl metallic cardstock from the gold assortment of treasured cardstock, and I have some diamante. Is it diamante? I want to call it diamante. I think it's probably diamante, the DMC metallic thread that you can purchase through Spellbinders. And I'm going to do a simple running stitch on this ampersand, and I have left myself a long tail, which isn't quite long enough right at this moment. And I'm just going to go up one hole, down the other, all the way to the other end, turn around and come back to finish to make it a nice solid stitched line all the way through. And this will use the least amount of thread. You can poke out all of those holes ahead of time, or you can poke them out as you go. It's very easy. This is the simplest stitch that you can do. Most of the time with these stitching dies, it is a very simple stitch. Now this diamante thread is kind of slippery, so it was pretty easy for me to slide that back through this specialty cardstock to get that tail long enough for me to tie off in a knot when I'm done with the stitching. I've left this at normal speed so you can see how long it takes me and maybe see a little more clearly how I'm doing the stitching. Again, just up one hole and down the next all the way along. And I'm just following the natural path along this ampersand. So I've completed the first portion. Now I'm just going to turn around and fill in the rest of the stitching. Again, just down one hole and up the next. I'll give you a quick close-up of what that looks like before the stitches are completed. You can see there is a gap between the stitches, and here it is when you complete the running stitch in the opposite direction. The words I cut out of some glitter cardstock from the gold assorted package, and I decided to use one of the DIY Color Deck holiday card pack for inspiration, and I'm using the Altenew Icy Water and Polar Bear inks. These are the fresh dye inks, and I'm going to ink blend them on some watercolor cardstock here. I have a 5x7 piece of watercolor cardstock, and I'm starting out with the light blue, that's the Polar Bear. And I'm applying it with my ink blending brush. These are just cheapies, and I've had these forever. They will work great. I think the newer, a little more expensive ones that you can get from the specialty shops like Pink Fresh and Waffle Flower and Altenew and Trinity Stamps, those are all great blending brushes. And I probably should have used one of my bigger ones from I have the Trinity big ones, and they're really nice. Now that I have that ink blending done, we're going to bring in the Cheer and Good Tidings Better Press registration set. There are a bunch of Better Press images and a couple of dies in this set. And there is a Better Press registration template that you can use with these, but I wanted the stars and moon for this one. I thought that would be perfect with this background. And I used the solid gold Lisa Horton metallic ink to do the stars, the moon, and the sentiment that is included in this Better Press set. This says, I'll show you later. And there is a coordinating banner die to cut this out. It says cheer and good tidings to you. And I did it twice because we're going to make a couple of tags. I have the infinity dies. This is the Nested Frame Cuts tag die set, or the infinity tags from Hero Arts. I just got a whole bunch of the Hero Arts infinity dies because they were on sale, and oh my gosh, I love them so much. I love nesting dies. Spellbinders has a ton of them, and I just can't get enough of different nesting dies. You're probably going to see me use a whole bunch more. We have the beautiful die cut sentiments here, the merry and the bright, and there is a variety in sizes and widths in these letters, and they're individuals, but they cut out in one pass for each word, I believe. Or was that just one die? Let me look at that for a second. Hang on. I did go back and look, and it is one die for merry and one die for bright. So if you wanted to cut them out of different colors, that would be really easy, and you would only have to run the dies through once. I am just carefully lining these up, and I actually could have moved that merry up a little higher because it would have given me a little more room to put the bright a little higher so we could add that sentiment in a different location. But that's okay. I don't mind. I do like to have some fun, pretty Christmas tags to use during the Christmas season. I do have I have a rather large group of immediate family. I have 4 kids who each have a partner. Most of them have a partner. And I have 6 grandchildren. So we have, I have to buy gifts for like 15 or more people. It's a lot of fun around Christmas at our house. It's a sea of wrapping paper on when we celebrate Christmas with the family after all of the gifts have been unwrapped. And the fun tags make the gift wrapping a little more special. I'm just adding a little bit of glue with the precision with my Barely Arts precision glue in the fine tip bottle. I really love these fine tip bottles. They're not difficult to squeeze, and it gives me just enough glue on the back to do these fine detail dies. I use my heavyweight block to add some pressure to make sure all of those specialty papers and stitching stick well to that watercolor paper. And then I'm just finding a good spot for this extra sentiment banner. I think that's going to look really good right there. Now the second tag, I decided to rearrange things just a little bit so I could put that sentiment along the very bottom of the tag. There's also these tag reinforcers that come in that nested tag die set. And this one folds over, and the crease line is just perfect for it to meet the circle hole. So it's very easy to apply. I just add a little glue to both areas around the holes, and then line it up over the hole on the front and fold it over the back, and just make sure that lines up nicely too. I used my reverse tweezers to hold those in place while the glue dried, and I had cut them out of some satin metallic gold cardstock from the gold assortment of treasured cardstock. I pulled out some baker's twine from my stash that is kind of a cream color with a gold metallic thread, and looped that through the hole. Then I tied a knot close to the tag and another knot on the other end of the tag. Now with the baker's twine with the metallic threads, it's important to knot the very ends of the twine. Otherwise, that metallic thread likes to untwist off of your baker's twine. This one I didn't quite get my ends evenly even, so I will have to trim off the extra. There are my 2 tags with that fun merry and bright. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it as always. This advent calendar, the Stitchmas, 12 Days of Stitchmas, is a lot of fun. And I can guarantee you there are a lot of really fun die sets in this advent calendar. I hope you keep coming back. And just so you know, both last year's and this year's 12 Days of Stitchmas are still available. Check those out on the Spellbinders website. If you're interested in any of the products that I use today, check that description box below. They will be listed and linked as always. And leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Until tomorrow, bye-bye.